Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, during the last presidential campaign, Mitt Romney released 1 year of his tax returns, revealing that his effective tax rate came to just under 13%. For most working stiffs, middle-class people, they paid around 36%. The reason for that is because there are all kinds of things in the tax code, all kinds of loopholes and subsidies and all that, which only benefit the rich. You know, if you make $50,000, there's not much in the tax code for you. You take the standard deduction and you go from there. So far, in this current presidential election, Donald Trump has not released any tax forms because his effective tax rate is 0. That is because there is a loophole in the tax code that applies specifically to real estate magnates that is big enough to drive, well, I would say a truck through, but how about a fleet of truck throughs? And even though no Americans have yet been mentioned in the Panama Papers, we know that a whole lot of the 1%, a whole lot of the richest people in the United States and the corporations are hiding money overseas in order to avoid paying taxes. So it's not enough that the tax code is riddled with hundreds of loopholes specifically put in place for these elite rich people. They also resort to hiding their money in order to avoid paying anywhere near their fair share of taxes. They leave that to those of us who don't have a lot of money. This illustrates two important truths. The first is that conservative economics is built on lies. The idea behind conservative or trickle-down economics is simply this, that if you give the rich more money, they will pour that money back into the economy, create businesses, jobs, opportunities, and we will all benefit. The truth is that if you give the rich more money, they will hoard it like Ebenezer Scrooge. They will hide the money in all kinds of tax havens or secret bank accounts, or who knows where else. They might even be burying it in their backyards. But the end result is this: the more money you give the rich, the more money is taken out of the economy. It doesn't come pouring back in, it gets taken out, and it stays out. And this keeps it away from the rest of us. And the second truth is that there is a severe lack of patriotism among the richest Americans. Paying your taxes is your patriotic duty. The anti-tax movement is a result of the fact that these people love their money more than their country. They have no sense of gratitude for all that this country has done for them, for the freedoms that allow them to amass this money, for the services that are provided that help them, for the government subsidies they get to help start their businesses or to keep them going. for the hard work that a whole lot of other people do for a lot less money than they should be getting, that they profit from. And by the way, one of those unpatriotic fat cats is running for president. That's Donald Trump. I think patriotism is an important requirement in becoming president, and Trump doesn't have it. He's running for president not for the good of the country, but to gratify his ego. So these two things, the fact that the rich hide their money to avoid paying their fair share of taxes, and that we all lose when they do that, and that they are not patriots, they are extremely unpatriotic, leads us to one inevitable conclusion. It is time to stop coddling the rich. It is time to rewrite the tax laws so that no matter where the rich hide their money, it is still subject to taxation. You can't just take money from America and put it in some bank account in the Cayman Islands and all of a sudden it's beyond the government's reach. That's because the lobbyists got that kind of stuff in the tax code. It can be taken out so that there will be no tax havens. If you make money in America, you will pay taxes on it in America. And it's time to end all the other loopholes. You know, when a rich person buys a private jet, we subsidize it. We, the taxpayers, the people who make a lot less money than that rich person, help him to buy that private jet. So all those loopholes have to go. And then we have to restore the tax brackets that Ronald Reagan eliminated, including the 90% tax bracket on the highest earners. That is the only way to get the rich to put that money back into the economy, which they said they were going to do when they got all those tax breaks. Thanks for listening.